Good morning. Can you hear me at the back? Please, last line. Yes, so you can hear me. Respected Vishnath Garu, sir. Bandla Ankaya, sir. The director, Raghupati, sir. And the principal, sir. Thank you very much for warmly welcoming here. It's a privilege to be spoken in such great words. I'm here in front of you now, and I started from where all of you are starting. I was like you, sitting in a Kendriya Vidyalaya in class 11th at the age of 16, when I felt a calling to go to NDA, which I had been planning 3 years before that. Having grown up in a military environment, as the principal sir said, he has grown up in a cantonment. The charm to join the army, navy or the air force was tremendous. When you hear stories of the heroes of the nation who have laid down their lives or been exemplary figures in the nation's leadership, you get goosebumps and you have a feeling to join the military. Military is not just fighting a war. Military is a development of your personal character, competence and challenges. Today the girls are rubbing shoulder to shoulder with the boys at the National Defence Academy. The standards are the same for them. They do the long range patrols, they do the cross country, they do obstacle course. Everything is same. And they are competing equally with boys for senior appointments. So with that line, I will take you on to an expose to the armed forces and how from there, sitting like you in the back benches of my class one day, having then gone across 30 years in the army and beyond, which I will share with you. So, can I have one hand raised in the last row? Yes, the student, please tell me your name. Name? Amol. Amog Ban, sit down. Great, Amog. So now I know I am there sitting where Amog is sitting. So when Amog can hear everything that I say, all of you boys and girls in the last row can hear what I am saying. I'll ask you later. Right? Shall we go ahead? Okay. Yes. So we have in front of you the Army, Navy, Air Force, all three put together. Yes, yes. What I am saying will be asked in the question paper later, so pay attention. Right. I am drawn to what our President, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the missile man of India, said. All of us must have a dream. A dream is not what you see when you are sleeping. It is something that does not let you sleep. Every young man or woman should have a dream. Football game. Games have a great part in life. That I'll come to later. Okay. So from this, the next picture you see from 1982, long back, is the NDA photograph 1984. There is a lot of talk of NDA that there is a tough life, there is ragda, and there is a lot of pressure, physical, mental. I'm not saying that pressures are not there, but pressures are there everywhere in life. Either you face the pressure as a youth and build up your future, or one can lag off and face the pressure later at 40s and 50s. Depends where you want to face the pressure. The pressure you face in your youth will polish you to shine in future. Remember this, the more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. It's an old saying of the army. The more you sweat in peace, the less you will bleed in war. That means the more you shine in your formative years, the more you push yourself in your formative years, the better you will have a future when you turn 30, 40 and 50. That is the time when you are supposed to be leading. That is the time you have to come into the leadership role. So you have to pass through the stages of pressure to shine later. It's like polishing a shoe, if you remember. When the shoe is not clean, you start rubbing it. When you rub it and polish it, shines. It's something akin to that. So after that, while in service, one had the good opportunity and fortune of being a part of Kargil war. I'll tell you a small story. We were young officers, captains, majors in the Kargil war, and that day I had flown the air chief. After the success in Kargil war, I had flown the air chief marshal to the victory stand. And like this, the air chief, army chief are standing, and lot of brigadiers and generals, and we young captains and majors are standing far away. And then, as luck would have it, the chief said, "Youngsters, you brought us here, why don't you come and sit in front?" And he called us to sit in front, and that clipped out and came on the head of India today. You can see this picture on the right in blue overall. That is me as a major. I was fortunate to have flown the air chief that day. I wore a blue uniform. And there, so you will see in life, थोड़ा pitch कम कर, voice का pitch कम कर. You will see in life that fortune favors you in many ways. You take a bold step, fortune will favor you. The more you move, the more you connect with people, the more opportunities you have, the more chances your success. On the other side, you stay cooped up at home, do nothing, not go outside, not playing games, on the mobile throughout, the connection that you will build will falter. This is a stark difference between successes and not so successful people. Move out, connect, act, play, move forward. The more people you meet, after all, what are humans? Humans are social interactions. Okay? Yeah. I also had the opportunity as a colonel to rejoin flying. Initially, I started flying as a lieutenant, you must have heard that. And after 12 years of flying, I went back to commander unit, came back as a colonel aviation in Northern Command. This is in the year 2011. After that, the army selected me for a brigade commandership where I commanded a brigade. So, thank you. The journey is long, but it is very interesting. When I was a lieutenant, I fired the big guns, as he said, Bofors units. Firing a gun 30 kilometers, the shell will travel 30 kilometers through 5,000 feet height, through various layers of atmosphere, which we have to calculate how much of winds, what strength, which direction, what humidity. It's a very technical process. So I enjoyed that technical process. When a gun is fired 30 kilometers behind to the border area, into the enemy area, there is a balloon which is released with a small radio sound, which goes through the 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet, 3,000 feet, and it relays signals of wind direction, humidity, temperature. Humidity and temperature is given by radio sound that we calculate with the wind pattern of that area and do the correction for that shell which goes 30 kilometers. It's highly technical. So I enjoyed that as a young lieutenant. When I got to a captain, I got the privilege. I appeared and cleared the exams, went for flying, Air Force Academy, Dundigal. And with the small aircraft, I did all aerobatics. So the opportunities that abound in the service is unlimited. It was a great pleasurable moment when I was allowed to fly the plane myself, where the instructor asked, "Are you confident to fly the plane?" And in my mind, the entire family was there at the tarmac watching me land the aircraft. It was a pleasurable moment for all of you. It is an achievement that you have in life to fly an aircraft by yourself. It's called the solo. That is another opportunity that gave me. As a major, I was able to reach Kargil war. I have operated under shelling where there is threat to life. There's an old Japanese saying. Which says that unless you live on the edge of death, you will never know the immeasurable pleasure of life. Unless you take up the challenges, you will not have the fun of life. This is the observation post on the enemy lines. You take an observation of the enemy post. 30 kilometers behind there are guns. The guns fire and the shells land 30 kilometers, which I have explained. This is the command of a unit in the parade ground. This is guns firing in direct firing role. You know, the guns can even fire at the enemy tanks. When the guns are kept flat, it can fire about 1,500 meters. Straight, like a bullet it will go. And a tank which comes in front of a gun like this, it will get toppled over if the shell hits the tank. So there are kind of potencies that Indian Army has. Direct firing role. This is Lebanon. You know where the war is going on now? Israel and Lebanon. One was fortunate enough to get to Lebanon as a United Nations peacekeeping force. The guy on the right, the man on the right is from Ireland. Next guy is from Ukraine. Third is yours truly. And the last guy is from Poland. So we had European armies there. Join the Indian Army, join the Indian Navy, join the Air Force. You get to go to foreign countries at select appointments. You get to meet the foreigners, Europeans. Right? The world is open for you. It is actually a paid holiday for 30 years. I can assure you that. UNIFIL Lebanon, Italians. I was a part of aviation ops officer with the Italian air contingent. What you see, boys and girls, is one step further. On the left is the shipping and right is the textiles. After I left the army, because of the kind of nurturing that army brought up, after 30 years, I could step into the field of shipping. That's a ship which carries 1 lakh tons of coal. What you see on top of the sea, 19 meters below the sea, the ship has got its depth. Okay? On the right is textiles. All of you know textiles is one of the 3rd largest employer of manpower in India. All safe? I was a part of textile industry for 5 years. So all this goes on in the career. I shall take you to a glimpse of the services. We'll have a glimpse of service, see the brighter side of life, see why India requires vast boundaries. Why does India require a big navy or the Air Force or Army? We will see here. I shall then move to the training institutes and how to join them. How to join the Army, Navy, Air Force through NDA, CDS, AFCAT. And what is an SSB interview? Like an IAS or IPS, SSB interview of 5 days is also a method of selection for the armed forces. This is the NDA. Woman power. I have also brought for you a clip on the Navy. All these NCC cadets in white uniform. This is for you.
Duty called me to the ocean to ride its wings and protect our waters, to prowl beneath its surface and seek the enemy, to take wind from the waters and attack from above. In return, the ocean gave me opportunities to discover capabilities I never knew I had, to inspire me for battle, to earn the respect of my country. The Navy gives you more. On the turbulent waters of the ocean, I stand firm in my country's defense. In the ocean's deepest depths, I go unfettered. And high above the oceans, I bring my enemy down. As limitless is the ocean, so are my opportunities to make a career out of the calling, to serve the nation with honor, to succeed in battle and in life. The Navy gives you more.
The Navy gives me responsibility.
The Navy gives me respect. The Navy gives me recreation. The Navy gives you more. The Navy gives me purpose.
The Navy gives me pride.
The Navy gives me progress.
The Navy gives you more. You think you've seen it all? Think again. Behind the silence of the deepest oceans lies the strength of a mighty force. A force deep in the dark and unknown, living with courage and integrity, silently at the helm of a mighty submarine. You think you've seen it all? Think again. Behind the silence of the deepest oceans lies the strength of a mighty force. A force whose bravest rise from the darkest depths when the world sleeps. Far away from city lights, proudly for the glory of white. Behind the silence of the deepest oceans lies the strength of a mighty force. A force whose bravest rise from the darkest depths when the world sleeps. Far away from the city lights, proudly for the glory of white.
So, all the girls ready to join the Navy? Yes or no? Oh, very light. No worries. The Navy will give you more. Okay, right. So, we'll go ahead one more step. It's a cultural spread across the Army, Navy and the Air Force. The way you have the first prayer, no, the Saraswati Vandana, या कुंदेंतु तुषारहार धवला, या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता, या वीणा वरदंड मंडिगदा, या श्वेतपद्मासना, या ब्रह्माच्युति शंकर प्रवृत्ति देवे सदा वंदिता, सा मां पद सरस्वती भगवती निश्चेष जाढ्यापा. This is a very sound Saraswati Vandana, which we have learnt as children and something I have never forgotten. So when I take it to my Army, Navy and Air Force careers, I apply them across the spectrum of work that I have. Whatever I do with sincerity and a prayer on my lips. Okay, like similar Yajurved mantra, Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu. It's a Yajurved mantra. So the learning that you get in such a profound institution will carry you very far in any steps of life. So will it be applicable when you join the armed forces, where you have to guide your youth, you have to guide your Jawans, you have to guide your juniors. You have to be a leader with multiple access to information, knowledge and capability. So let's go ahead. What you have in the Army, Navy, Air Force is first is the pride in uniform. Uniform is something that you associate. You see a person in olive greens, blue or the white. There is a sense of pride in him because he is identified with that value of the service. That is pride in uniform. Second is the assured career. Assured career, you join as a permanent commissioned officer or as a short service officer, you get permanent commission after 10 years. There is an assurance and a job security, which is a fact of life. Today, the job security is vanishing from the private sector. I have been 8 years in corporate. I have seen the strength of the company which I worked for reduced to 70% of what it was in the first 4 years, and last year there has been a steep fall by another 20%. The artificial intelligence invasion is absolutely actual. There is something called the GCC. Can somebody tell me what is GCC? Any bright young student? GCC is something called Global Capacity Center, Global Capability Center. They have 2-3 different names, but they have optimized the job of 10 people to 3 people. What used to be done in a branch office is being done at the head office only. The intermediaries who check your accounts and the pay slips and the bills are over. They are centrally scanned, sent to the central agency. Central agency goes through it with the AI picture recognizer, and the GCC approves or disapproves your bill, you are done. 7 out of 10 jobs in accounts are over at the branch level. Assured career in the armed forces. Prime accommodation. When you are in a field area, it's like a holiday resort. AQI, air quality index, is below 50. Your families breathe fresh air, have clean environment. I have had the privilege of seeing the Milky Way in Sikkim, Ladakh, both the places. The entire Milky Way, Akasha Ganga, opens up in the night sky, which don't have a privilege of seeing in the cities nowadays. Deep blue inky sky with the boat Akasha Ganga right through the center of the sky. It's a privilege to watch that. Handsome place to live. And when you come to peace station, you get the kind of accommodation which I am showing you. There's always, at the colonel level, you will get a house with a garden within 15 years of service. Within 10 years of service, you come into that bracket where you get a house with a garden. The juniors stay in the multi-story which is behind that. Clean, neat, safety. Children play around in the gardens and the parks without parents standing behind them. It's again a privilege. Children cannot be let in the garden without the parents standing there in most of the areas today. In military cantonments, that doesn't happen. Adventure. All these adventure you are seeing, I have had the privilege of enjoying it. Whitewater rafting I did in Teesta. I was not a part of the team. I was a staff officer in Sikkim. They said, sir, would you like to come? You keep planning this. Why don't you come? I said, okay, I'll come. I just went in, took a training for about 2 hours. did whitewater rafting for 3 days. And then in Leh also I was able to do it. It's a thrilling experience. Come to parasailing. You run behind a jeep and the parachute opens up and you climb into the air. This is not behind a jet ski, but running behind a jeep, you get taken off in the air. It's a wonderful experience. You have to run fast enough. You have to run fast enough to take off in the air. Remember that. Yeah. So, parasailing, rafting, plenty of opportunity, rock climbing, rappelling, something which you have to pay through your nose outside, you are getting as a privilege and training in the army. And the 3 words that keep us together are character, competence and commitment. This is all that is required. 1 year you think character, competence and commitment, you have prepared yourself for the armed forces. And even otherwise you take up some other profession, you have prepared yourself for that profession. You will always succeed in life if you follow this character, competence and commitment. Let me take you a step further. Why do we need a strong military? Can somebody tell me, the NCC girl cadet in front? Why do we need strong military? Yes. Please give her a mic. Tell what comes to your mind, speak. Yes, give me your name please. Harshita. Please give out why we need a strong military. Excellent. That's the first. Keep the unity and integrity of the country. And for that, what one line further? What do we have on the border? Army. What do we have on the sea coast? How long are the borders? Fantastically long. Sit down. Okay, so here we take you. We have vast borders. We have vast coastline. We'll have a quick look. When India got independence, yeah. Yes, you recognize this? When India got independence, children, what is marked in blue are the principalities, the Maharaja kingdoms. When India got independence, what is marked in blue are Maharaja's kingdoms, various small kings. And this had to be brought into one nation. These principalities had their own railway stations, had their own trains. Ladakh and Jammu Kashmir wanted to become independent state. And then they brought into one country with the Radcliffe line and the border. Now we will see, now that this unified country, what it has. Land borders, we have 15,000 kilometers plus. You will be surprised to know the longest boundary lies with which country? Which country longest boundary? Bangladesh, not China. Bangladesh, did you know that? All who knew that Bangladesh is the longest border, raise your hand. Yes, excellent. One boy, one girl. Great. Can I have your name please, the boy here? Shreyan. Shreya. Shreyal. Yeah, I got it right. The girl there. Shreyal and who's the girl there? Who knew it? Padmavali. Ratnavali. Thank you. Sorry for my distant hearing. Please sit down. Shreyan and Padmavali. Excellent. Please give them a big hand. So children, there is a spark of curiosity amongst you. I'm convinced today. Hardly anybody knew this in many of the places. But if you have read through your books and imbibed, if you have paid attention, you will get it. Bangladesh is the longest border on land. Bhutan is the smallest. See, China comes 3,400, Pakistan 3,300, Bangladesh is 4,000. As far as the coastline goes, 7,870 kilometers. There is a Andaman Nicobar Command. Which is this place? Okay. Where is Falkland Islands? Falkland Islands. Anybody? Falkland? I'll connect them later. Where is Falkland Islands? Yes, somebody is speaking. Raise your hand. Have the courage. It is near South America, correct? Okay. Shh. Listen. Okay, listen. Like Falkland Islands, south of Argentina, belongs to which country? United Kingdom, England, right? Falkland Islands, below Argentina, listen out, attention. This is an interesting story. Falkland Islands below Argentina belongs to England because when England gave them independence, they retained Falkland Islands. England would have retained Andaman Nicobar. But when we got independence, there were 11 Gorkha regiments, 1 GR, 2 GR, 3 GR and up to 11 GR. Today, 2 GR, 6 GR, 7 GR, 10 GR. These 4 have gone to Britain. The British wanted Gorkha rifles with them. So India gave 4 out of the 11 and said, please take it, but we want Andaman Nicobar. Andaman Nicobar was given to us because 4 Gorkha regiments were allowed to go to United Kingdom. And they were all from Nepal. So we allowed Nepali Gorkhas to go to British and we got the Andaman Nicobar in return. It's a beautiful story, not heard by many. Okay, let's go a step further ahead. Which is this place? The Indian Military Academy, Dehradun. This is the Naval Academy, Edimala. This is Air Force Academy, Dundigal. All these places you go after 3 years of graduation from NDA. NDA is the first tri-service institution of the world. In 1955, when NDA was inaugurated, it was the first of its kind where Army, Navy, Air Force, all 3 trained together. Today my course mates are sitting at top levels in the Army, Navy and Air Force. My squadron type, Krishna Swaminathan, is the Chief of Naval Staff. We trained together. Krishna Swaminathan, Chief of Naval Staff, is my friend. Okay. The Northern Army Commander Prateek Sharma is my classmate on NDA. So all these top Army, Navy, Air Force, all of them have sat and studied together in the NDA. That is the biggest advantage of the tri-service in NDA. Now, the point of interest as to how you would become an officer in the Indian Armed Forces. You have the NDA, CDS and AFCAT. NDA is early, CDS, AFCAT is after graduation. Now NDA preparation starts right from class 9th. NDA gives you 5 things. Gives you an early career. It gives you a very healthy physical fitness. You know, most of the knee replacement issues happening in the world today with seniors are because they lacked the sunlight. It has been found that the knee replacement people have stayed out of sunlight for much longer. The more you have faced sunlight and fresh air, the less chances of your knees going weak later. Second, that is good health. Third is a quest for adventure. You have put yourself through such struggles that you are always ready for more adventure. When you are ready for more adventure, your followers look up to you. Your followers look up to you. Many of ex-NDAs have left and joined the corporate. I am yet to see an ex-NDA who has not done well in corporate. So they have the earnest curiosity to take that leap of faith. Fourth is the strength of discipline. I just cannot sleep after 5 o'clock, whether it be Monday, Sunday or Saturday. Your body wakes up. You only have to step out of bed to get back on the road. Hit the grass, 5 kilometers. Hit the ground, come back, do some exercise. 1.5 hours your exercise for the day is done. And while you are walking fast, you are planning for the day. Everybody knows between 5 o'clock and 10 o'clock is the best time for all successful people. NDA imbibes that 5 o'clock culture in you forever. And fifth and the last is what one should remember as the don't of life. What is the don't? Do not do anything that your parents and elders will not be proud of. Even when Mr. Rajaratnam, who was a very big entity in the corporate world, who was later jailed for being internal share purchasing, when he was in the conviction case, he felt that he should have remembered the motto that he should not do anything that his parents would not be proud of. Remember that as a compass in life. However high you go, people have fallen for bribes at very high levels. Only thing that kept their compass correct was, I will not do anything which my parents and elders would not be proud of. This bottom line, this is the fifth that NDA teaches you. Imbibe the right thing and you will never look back in life. However high you go, remember this compass. Okay. So you have NDA, you have honor and prestige. First, most respected profession in India is the armed forces. Adventure and travel. I've been across the country. You tell me a place and I have been there. Inside India and on the borders. In 30 years, it gives you ample opportunity. Secure career and leadership role. Needless to say. Elite fitness, you get up at 5 o'clock, you will automatically be fit. You go for a run, you will automatically be fit. Oxytocin gets released within the first 5 to 10 minutes of your walk and run. You feel good. After you come back after a 3-kilometer run, you suddenly feel very happy in the body, right? Your whole body feels very happy. You feel body and mind are together. That is because of certain enzymes being released. Education and growth. Everywhere, at every step. First year of service, young officers course. Third year of service is the professional course. 6th year of service is the junior command course. 9th year of service, that's this, is the staff college course. At 13th year of service is senior command course. Every 3 years there is a refresher where you are learning 2 steps higher than the previous. You learn the current affairs at every step. You have to pass an exam. So somebody who thinks that, let me go to army, no more study, mistaken. But study stay with you as a personal development. Okay? Yeah. So let me take you next step higher, know your exams, NDA. NDA exam happens twice a year. It takes 1 year of preparation to be ready for NDA, minimum. Ideally, 3 years of mental preparation. 1 year preparation is because NDA has 7 to 8 subjects. Notification comes twice a year. Look out for the UPSC notification. Otherwise, remember exams are in April and September. Exams are in April and September. Exams are in April and September. AFCAT is in January and August. AFCAT is in and August, but it's after graduation. So you have NDA for you, boys and girls, permanent commission. Now it is there in September. Notification had come in 20th of May. Application was online. It closed on 19th of June. Sorry, 9th of June. 20th May to 9th of June. 20 days plus. You have it with you for applying online. Application online is not difficult. Exam comes in September. Exam is in September now, next month. Result come in October. November, December, January, SSB interview staggered, 10 people at a time, 20 people at a time. I'll show you photographs. Merit list is made by February, March. While lakhs of students appeared, thousands cleared the interview stage. Okay. Lakhs of people appeared, about 9,000, 10,000 cleared the exam. And out of that, about 400 to 450 clear the interview. So, when a lakh or 2 lakhs appear, so the proportion drops sharply. You have to prepare for minimum 1 year. But it is well within your reach. So, same way in April exam, your notification will happen 3 months prior. Look out for the notification. Google it, you will get it. Applying the notification, you will get your admit card and your center. There are 68 centers all across India for the exam. In Telangana, it's Hyderabad and Warangal. Here it would be Vijayawada. Check out the Google list if there is any addition. Okay, so there are 68 centers in India where you can go and appear the exam. So you select that center. 1 week to 10 days before the exam, you will get your admit card. Now, about the exam. Basic requirements are you have to be an Indian citizen. Age limit 16 to 19.5 when you join the NDA. So, if I am appearing exam in September, next year, July 2nd, I should not be more than 19.5. So, when you appear in that notification, the dates are given, you are born before and not after so and so. 12th class pass. So, if I am in 11th class and I moved to 12th class, started my 12th class, I have given the exam now. When the merit list comes in March, I am giving the 12th exam. When I get the call-up letter and join on 2nd of July, I have passed the 12th exam. So, you have come together. Exam NDA and 12th class pass, joined the academy. That is the youngest to join. During our time, I was fortunate I could join after 11th. So, in the 11th class, I passed the NDA exam which was 12th class standard and got through. Before I joined 12th, I had joined NDA. Those days, government allowed that 11th pass as a special motivation. But today you have to pass 12th. So, you do that exam now in 12th class. Your 12th has just started. You do the exam. By the time you clear up this SSB, get in merit, your 12th is clear. For that, you have to, during your 11th class, you can put 1 year into preparation. With me, all of you? Understood? Yeah. Okay. Now the syllabus in detail. Mathematics 120 questions, 2.5 hours. General abilities 150 questions. Cutoff marks out of 1800, cutoff is 650 and 700. This is 900 of the written and 900 of the SSB. Syllabus, you may not be able to read. Can you all read? I will read out for you. Mathematics has got algebra, trigonometry, calculus, statistics probability, vector algebra, matrices and analytical 2D, 3D geometry. Out of 120 questions which you have to attempt in 150 minutes, you have 1 minute 15 seconds for a question. 30% are very simple questions, 40% are moderate and 30% are difficult, right? All of you listening? 30% are very simple questions, 40% moderate, and 30% is difficult. It is proven that if you leave these difficult ones aside, even if you do 70 questions correct, you will make it well beyond expectation, because the passing percentage required is 25%. Passing percentage required is 25%. You have to do 70 to 80 questions. So you have to have the ability for your strategic mindset. Quickly skim through the paper and realize where are the tough ones. Do the simple ones first, come back. That is where your cool, calm, collected nature with 1 year of preparation guides you. You don't get flustered by the 120 questions, start off from 1, 2, 3, 4. No, skim through, cut, remove 20 questions tough. Start with the simple ones. Finish simple ones, get back to the intermediate. That is how you will be able to clear the exam much better. We have all been through this phase. All those who have joined NDA, I may come through these. You have to plan any exam in life, any challenge in life, that certain things which you just is very high, don't go for that. Go for first the ones within your reach. Place yourself correctly. So more you prepare yourself in the 1 year, you know these are the questions which are difficult. But remember, one difficult question, one moderate question, one simple question, all marks are same. Yes or no? All marks are same. So leave the difficult ones for later, do the simple ones first. This is a strategy for the exam. If you have planned and studied for a year, you will be able to even touch the tougher questions. In the end, you will have time with you. Another tactics is trigonometry. 15 degree, answer is A, 15 degree, B, 30 degree, C, 45 degree, 4, 90 degree. 4 choices. You see the equation. You try and apply 45 degree and see where it's going. Is it going north or south? Okay. So this is called a you substitute it. It's called the substitute method. Substitute one of the answers and see where it goes. Quickly solve the other questions. Young friends, this is the place where it matters. General abilities test. You have got 50 questions of English and rest all of various science subjects. You must remember, can somebody take a guess how many subjects you learn in NDA? 10? 15? Anyone? 10? 8. You learn 22 subjects in NDA, including horse riding. You have to learn horse riding is a subject. You learn proper swimming, jumping from 10-meter height. You want to become a paratrooper? Okay. Wait. Third, you learn lathe work. You have seen the designs on the furniture? You put a wood on a lathe and do lathe work. Fourth, you do foundry. You make a clay tablet, pour hot iron into it, make a mold. Right, boys? Girls? You learn foundry. You learn a foreign language. أنا تلميذ العربي. أنا تلميذ العربي في الأكاديمية الدفاع وطني بونا. I'm speaking Arabic. When I went to Lebanon, I enjoyed speaking a bit of Arabic, brushing up my Arabic with them. Okay? It teaches you how to be with your men. Then I joined a Sikh Paltan. When I learned Sikh Paltan, I learned Punjabi. ਹੁਣ मैं माटी मोटी पंजाबी च गल कर लेंदा वां. सही है सर? सही दस्या मैं? I learned the Punjabi Gurmukhi. I learned Urdu. So, language, you get used to a language. Narasimha Rao ji, how many languages he knew? 14 languages, sir. Sir has just said the right thing. Narasimha Rao, Prime Minister, knew 14 languages. The reach of a person is known by the reach of his languages in a multinational fora, in a national fora. Right, boys and girls? 22 subjects you will learn. It is documented. You have something called the clubs. You have Western Music Club, you have Photography Club, you have Angling Club, you have Sailing Club. You learn sailing as a part of a curriculum if you are a naval cadet. You learn gliding as a part of your subject if you are an Air Force cadet. 22 subjects is no joke, but it is packed in 3 years. It's a privilege to be there. No other place in the world teaches you 23 subjects because you have the IQ for it. In the SSB, they will test you. It is called Officer IQ Quotient. Beyond the psychology test, there is Officer Intelligence Rating, OIR. It has a lot of reasoning in that. If this is figure A, figure B, figure C, figure D, what is figure E? To take from your choices. Officer Intelligence Rating, and it comes by building your intelligence. Okay, so you have physics, chemistry, general science, history, geography, current affairs. You pass the exam. All of you are very bright. You have passed the exam. You are ready for the SSB. Give a big hand. So, like the IAS and IPS, the Armed Forces entry has 5 days of interview. SSB, like IAS and IPS, we have 5 days of interview in which 1 day is physical test. So, a young man or a woman should be able to run 3 kilometers. They will not test you for 3 kilometers, but if you can run 3 kilometers, your body will automatically get fit for everything. You will be able to climb a rope, 4 meters only. You will be able to walk a beam, and you will have to do it with 10 people with you, carrying a sort of a rope. All of you carry one rope and cross all obstacles. So, you are helping each other also. So, that is where the coordination and camaraderie is seen. So, let us see SSB. First day in SSB is a PPDT, Picture Perception Description Test. It is a quick sort of psychology test in which 80% do not cross that line. If there are 100, 80 will go back after the first day. Picture Perception Description Test. I should have clean thinking, cool, calm head, you will clear it. Stage 1. Now, SSB procedure 2 stage. Stage 1, stage 2. Stage 1 is what I told you, PPDT and OIR. Stage 1, Officer Intelligence Rating and PPDT. I already told you Officer Intelligence Rating and PPDT. These two, 80% come back again. People have gone the 6th time and passed, let me tell you this. 5 times he's gone back from PPDT, 6th time he has cleared the whole interview. So don't think it is a final. As Churchill, you know Churchill? Any of you knows Churchill? Raise your hand. Winston Churchill, good, one hand is there. Shreyal, right? Winston Churchill said, give him a big hand, good. Winston Churchill said, okay, I'll come back to you. Sit down, Shreyal. Winston Churchill said, he said, no victory is final. No victory is final and no fall is fatal. What did he say? No victory is final. Repeat. And no fall is fatal. No victory is final and no fall is fatal. But your ability lies in your strength to stand up again after a fall. That is how he took Britain through the war, through the Battle of Britain, through the German onslaught, through the air raids. He took Britain to success because he said, no victory is final, no fall is fatal. But the ability to rise again is what takes you to victory. Okay, So here I come again. Listen out. Officer intelligence rating and picture perception test. You have to have a positive mindset. You have to have a louder, positive mindset. You have to have a perfect. Now you are with me. You have to have a positive mindset. Even when your friends, something goes wrong, have a positive mindset. Build it up. It takes 1 year to build up, let me assure you this. Positive mindset will take you through anywhere in life. Easiest SSB it will take you through. Have a positive mindset. You see a picture, you have to write a story. Okay, stage 2 comprises of group test officer, psychology test, conference. The tests are conducted over 4 days. Okay? Right. Look at the picture. There are many of the people I know, boys and girls, listen. There are many people I know who have gone and done SSB so that they can do their IAS, IPS, central government class A service later. They have passed the SSB and not joined NDA. Because this is the best kind of SSB interview that will happen at 16, 17 years of age anywhere. You want to join IAS or IPS? Somebody may have that feeling. But you should clear this first and see, can you make it there? This is a stepping stone. And this is basically for joining the armed forces, but it also allows you to take up further challenges in life. Remember this. The first picture is left is the arrival. Second picture on the right is picture perception and officer intelligence rating. Third day is the interview process. This is the PPDT. A picture is shown to you, you write a story. This is the group task. Can you see on the left the group task? There are 2 lines, there are certain obstacles. A group of 8 people are told to cross the obstacle with 2 weights of 20 kg each. So when I pick up a 20 kg weight and you plan the thing, you go across, I am not being put down. I am being seen as a person who is a part of the team. I took up the weight first. You have planned it. You didn't want to pick up the weight, but you were planning. Somebody has to take the weight. So he is a team player. Next time you are in the second task, you may give the plan. They will listen to you better because you've been a part of the team first. On the last, this is a group discussion. A group discussion can be on any topic given to you. There is similarly a lecturette also. There is similarly a lecturette. Shreyal, can you give me a topic for a lecturette? A contemporary topic, okay, which everybody knows. But it is a step higher than the.
Why do we have a fight between Pakistan and India?
Okay, so the topic is Indo-Pak conflict. What about it? A topic should have an aim. Is Indo-Pak conflict avoidable? Right? So the discussion, please sit down. So if the discussion is Indo-Pak conflict avoidable, that discussion will go to 12 of you guys. So some of you will start speaking. There is something called initiative. Somebody has been told that you should speak first. So you start speaking. The Indo-Pak conflict has started from the time we got independence. It is unavoidable. 1948, first war. Second, 1965. Third, 1971. Fourth, 1999 Kargil. 4 wars, regular in intervals. It is unavoidable. So if you are a different thinker, you can stand up and say, today it is no longer unavoidable. We had a small skirmish of 4 days but terror attacks have also stopped. So after this, there should be no war. We have warned them correctly that terror will be considered an act of warfare. So boys and girls, if you are reading the paper, you can speak like this. Amog, Amog behind. Give me a topic for lecture it. A small lecture. What topic? Anything social, educational, anything. Procrastination. Okay, excellent topic. Sit down. Procrastination is not just a word, it is a concept. Why do today what you can postpone till tomorrow is what A group will think. Better done today than done tomorrow is another group think. Listen, I am giving a lecturate. I am giving the lecturate on procrastination. Okay, so first I will say there are two schools of thought on procrastination. One is, let what Reagan said, Ronald Reagan said, if you allow the problems to come slowly to you, 99 out of 100 will fall into a ditch. Ronald Reagan said this. 99 out of 100 problems will be solved by themselves. So he believed in procrastination. Second was General George Patton, who said that a audacious plan executed tomorrow is better than a perfect plan a week later. That is a non-procrastinator. Everyone is right in his own way. But for the Indian concept, I would rather say procrastination is a bane of society. It not only delays our progress, it also increases dissatisfaction level when it is held by the governmental agencies. Procrastination leads to losses when it is held at the corporate level. Like this, you can build on two more topics. I have given you an impromptu example. So you will get still 3 minutes to think about it. Okay. So if you have done a bit of wider reading, you will find any topic you can speak for 3 minutes. And while you are thinking and speaking, you build your next point. That is the fun of wider reading. With me, all of you, yes or no? Yes, sure. Boys, shall I give you a topic? Shreyal? Okay, in the interaction, I will give you a topic. Be ready. I will give a topic on what is your subject now? Most favorite subject? Maths. I will give you a topic on maths. Okay? Yeah, something to do with gravity. Be ready. Okay, let's go ahead. Yeah, girls also want a topic. Any girl who wants a topic, raise your hand. Yes, girls. I want one volunteer. Shreyal is there. One volunteer from girls. Have the courage. Girls are joining NDA with higher competitive than boys. Who is the head girl? Head girl. Yes. Please give your name. Naga. Right. Naga, you will get a topic. Sit down. There's always the appointment who gets nailed. Don't worry, you will get a topic. What is your choice subject? Biology. You will get on something interesting. Okay? It will be a small topic. You have to speak for 3 minutes. In our interaction, we will see. Okay. And you are mathematics, Shreyal. Be ready. Okay, SSB interview. You have seen the SSB interview? We are coming to the end now. Remember this, all of you. Listen, listen. Aristotle. Aristotle was who? Who was Aristotle? Aristotle. Who was Aristotle? Yes, Shreyal. And the master of which young king? Alexander. Sit down. Okay, we'll check out on that. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act but a habit. So said Aristotle. Therefore, consistency beats talent. If you are consistent, you will beat a lot of people who have talent but they procrastinate. Like Amog said, procrastination. You have talent, but you procrastinate. I don't have talent, but I am consistent. Chances are that I'll have a better chance at success. Your daily battle plan, see this. I'll ask you an interactive question on this. Remember, wake up and physical training, 5 o'clock. If you can do 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock routine, halfway there you are already there in success. 6 o'clock, recommended, bit of yoga, meditation. Maths practice, Shreyal's practice, best done in the morning hours, when the mind is clear. Okay, early in the morning, it's like Gitanjali. Gitanjali, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. Who wrote Gitanjali? Rabindranath Tagore. Yes, Gitanjali is a Nobel laureate. He was the Nobel laureate of Asia, the first Nobel laureate. 9 o'clock, you go to school, college. 2 o'clock, GK current affairs, you go through your newspaper. 4 o'clock, English vocabulary. English vocabulary, things so simple. Listen to me, boys and girls. English vocabulary looks to be simple. But for passing the exam, you have to understand the intricacies. Let me tell you an example. What do you understand by proclivity? Proclivity. Is it positive or negative? Anyone? Any English master? So you have to understand vocabulary. Proclivity comes in a 6-stage comparison. Liking, listen to this, choice, liking, preference. Okay, choice, liking, preference, predilection, obsession, mania. Proclivity comes after predilection. A word like choice has got 6 stages. A word like choice has got 6 stages in English. Choice, liking, preference, proclivity, obsession, mania. So unless you understand the vocabulary, your English attempt and your comprehension will become slightly difficult. Okay, finally mock test and revision and review and sleep plan. So this is your daily battle. Now gentlemen and ladies young present here, nation is calling. Will you answer the call? Are you ready for the challenge? Yes or no? Yes. I'm happy to hear the chorus. May God be with all of you. Now it's open for discussion time. Sir, with your permission. Open forum. The mic is available. Your question is coming up. Your talk is coming up. Shreyal. Later, after the question time. And Naga. Where's Naga? Head girl. Yes, you come forward. You're also. You have to say a few words on biology. I'll give you the topic. Any questions, anybody? Okay, Shreyal, give the mic please. Speak on mathematics in daily life. 6 lines only, but it should cover larger part of mathematics. Louder.
Every day in the mess, we pay 50 rupees. Suppose if I bring 100 rupees, they have to give, they have to take 50 rupees and give me 50 rupees. 100 minus 50 is equal to 50 rupees. That's one equation.
Next, six lines.
And secondly, if I want to buy 1 kg of wheat, that costs 60 rupees, but I want to buy 3 pellets of the same. So I will rather buy 3 kgs of it, which is lower in price.
Okay, so if you are in SSB, you will also have to speak something on mensuration, the areas of squares and circles, how it is useful in daily life. It's a part of engineering, right? So one you can bring out then. Another you can bring out is, for building bridges, you use calculus, right? You're aware? So explain that. Listen out, please. Yeah, but you should know that Newton invented calculus. Newton did the calculus. Calculus allows you to stretch the bridge across two piers. How much can I stretch this bridge of concrete this heavy across so many meters before I put the second pillar? That comes with calculus. Okay. Yes, Naga. Plant germination. Tell us something about it. 5 lines. Simple topic. Since you don't have questions for me, I will have question for you. Last point. Yes, plant germination.
Plant germination is a beautiful thing. Like you can see life coming out of a dry seed in front of you.
Perfect.
It's very beautiful and magnificent to observe how a little seedling develops into a big tree and that shapes many people, like what in our school. Like years back was also a little one, but now it's really spread over many
Good.
ways of feet.
Good. So germination starts with the 2 pods of a seed with just mud and a drop of water. It digs down the root, which is 5 times the size of the pod, and brings out 2 leaves on the surface. These 2 leaves start photosynthesis, plant starts producing its own food. So plant germination is the creation of nature which germinates from a seed and grows into a tree by one action, that is a drop of water. And therefore plant germination, conservation of water are totally linked to each other. Okay. You can also add plant germination to the India's forest cover, okay, which has been depleting over the years. Okay, right? Okay, sit down. Thank you, sir. I have come to the end of it.
Online from my native place Vettapalam in Bapatla district, where it's a school and a junior college and a degree college, which is 105-year-old back my grandfather founded for the benefit of the rural community as a philanthropy. So because of I have started the NDA coaching just for 2 students, then I thought I will be able to help all of you to connect with the Brigadier Krishna Raj, and it is because of the virtual thinking of, generous thinking of your chairman Gaurav. So I am very, very fortunate to tell you that I am playing only that role. However, I'll give you some few points for your preparation mentally and physically. Just a casual talk, I can say that. Most importantly, when I joined Army after my B.Tech, you know, the time I spent for my preparation, that time there are no written tests for engineers. I did mechanical engineering in Bangalore, Orvi College of Engineering, and it was a 5 years program that time in 1967 to 72, right? So we just have an interview called Service Selection Board, which is held at Mysore for Air Force, actually, Air Force. So there was just an advertisement. I was working as an apprentice engineer. My roommate said, this is advertisement. Then I thought, if I have to go to Mysore, I have to go via Bangalore. Let me see my old classmates, which I'm still in touch with even today. Some of them are so lovable, and we are still in touch after so many years, 50, 60 years. So I just went there and halted at my uncle's place, and I had a chit chat with one of the neighbors who had some experience about SSB interview, and I spent 2 hours with that gentleman. So I went there, I like written test, physical test, because I was sportsman. Even in my college, I represented 5 games: badminton, tennis, volleyball, basketball, and table tennis. I represented the college, and I was a university player for the ball badminton. You may be not knowing what is ball badminton. So in the interview, I was talking about sports. Then they said they want to see whether you are bluffing or what. So my experience, I'm just saying, we won 5 intercollegiate tournaments of volleyball. Okay, you said you won tournaments, 5 tournaments in Bangalore University. So tell me, how do you conduct a volleyball tournament? Then I spent 10 minutes on explaining how to invite the participants from other colleges, how to make a draw, how to get the umpires, how to prepare the court, how to prepare the opening ceremony and closing ceremony, and then seating arrangement, refreshments, all that day promptly, because we have done it actually. So we have to prepare that way that we cannot bluff there, go and bluff there. You should become naturally, develop some leadership qualities. What are the leadership qualities that you should focus is, the most important thing is integrity. Integrity means, Brigadier Krishnaraj has been telling what is integrity, నిజాయితీ. ఎట్టి పరిస్థితుల్లో కూడా ఆ నిజాయితీని మనం ఎలాగ కాపాడుకోవాలి in speech and action, right? Then comes your initiative. If some work is coming up, people will try to go back to the back bench. Instead of that, I am ready to take up initiative. Okay, whether you do initiative at your home or in a school or society, you should practice initiative. I am there to ready to help the society. Then your intelligence. Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, you are all lucky. You are a very exceptionally excellent educational institution. You are here. They care for you, and so we are here because of their care for you. Then, you have to have build your confidence, competency, all that you have to build up. And then other few things that I would like to tell you is that you yourself have to develop yourself. A good health is most important. I'm now running 78 years. Why I'm trying to keep my health with a simple formula, 4-point formula. Why am I keeping my health intact, not to go to a doctor, is to serve my 100-year-old school for another 30 years I want to serve. That means 78 plus 30 means 110. Till 110 years, I want to walk with my students for generations together. So, but it's not easy and it is not tough. Simple 4. One is motion. Motion is exercise. I do a lot of yoga. I play tennis. I still win national level, international level tennis tournaments today in the age group of 75 plus tournament because of my uninterrupted. There is no holiday since the school time till today, no holiday for me at 5 o'clock to wake up and do some yoga. Sun salutations I could do 108 at a stretch, but not required. I do swim, I play tennis. So motion. The next is nutrition that helps to nourish you, not torture you. Okay, you have 38 trillion cells. These cells are very sensitive. They have to be nurtured with the proper nutrition. Your liver, people torture the liver by alcohol and dirty food and junk food and all that. If you take care of your liver and legs and lungs, you will live very healthy. Okay? So the nutrition is very important. Your biology, it will cover that. But then next is the sleep is the most important activity that you should have, where you rejuvenate, repair, and all your mitochondria multiply only during your sleep. Okay, 4th, another important point I would like to highlight this point is meditation. Meditation is this, of course. I'm not talking about that meditation. It's very important. because the meditation makes your parasympathetic activities into action. Sympathetic is stressful, parasympathetic is nourishing, cooling, calming, all that. Your repair happens only when you have parasympathetic nervous system in action. So my point of meditation is that at the time of sleep, you should think that I have done a lot of mistakes today, let me not repeat tomorrow. And then when you get up, what you should think in, what good shall I do for others? If you think that, and you get up in the morning, what good shall I do to others? And what mistakes I did in the night, if you think and not repeat, okay, then what happens is that I call it as a meditation. So these are the points that I want to explain you. Then again, you have very good spiritual lessons also. Lord Buddha says, forget and forgive, unconditional love, and then unconditional compassion to others. So if you practice all that, you will be a good human. And then most importantly, build up leadership qualities, take your good health, participate in sports, and be truthful, don't bluff. And with this, I extremely express my gratitude to the Chairman Garu and all of you and for giving me this opportunity. Good luck and all the best.
Good morning all. This is a new section. So like maybe first time what is going on in India, what is going on in the world. I expected about our Venkaiah Garu. So he old veteran of the Colonel of the Indian Army, then Brigadier Krishnaraj Garu, very rich in that areas because NDA, he have Army, Naval and Air Force. So you think out your life, how we can be become, not only that, he is academics also, he has a Ph.D. in physics, science, something science is also there. His family also is a principal of one of the schools. Very interesting their lives. Life coming, going on, but you have to create some for the country, for the nation, for the world. So we have learned so many things from Krishnaraj. Our students are very nice, progressive of the students reasoning, and good questions and good answers are there. I appreciate our students. Those are interesting for the nation work. Like you are going to army or you want to naval or you want to air force. Your life is now just only started. If you want tomorrow onwards, interest to joining, very good life will be changed. The boys and girls say, what is Krishna telling? The same. Now, 15th August or 26th January, the girls are praying very nicely. NCC candidates are moving to the front of the guests. Earlier not there, now equal. So your life is separate, that now you have changed. Your minds and everything there, and automatically your hard work. What he is telling you, hard work. He is telling life now very difficult. Staying in his father also NDA man. He worked. His father was army man. He is telling in the Kashmir border, 10 kilometers of Pakistan. Very difficult life. Snow. Morning we don't know how we can go for reaching. Get up and go to school and difficult. Such a life he had. Our life is so much cool and very nice place, because we don't have any problems here. No communal programs, nothing there. Everybody happy life. All are born village people here. So this will be a very tough what is expressed about Krishna is telling, very life is very, very research your life. You have to go for hard work and then honesty, everything is required. So as a military man, we have give respect. My woolen is 60s, I am telling. That time, that Bhimaram only one or two NCC or somebody is the captains. There are bullet, the road going on in bullet. All people stand and salute him. Because army captain. All are people. Age difference, no difference. Big age, small age also stand before he is going to by motorcycle itself. And he will put salute. Why that army? He is the army man. Like our Bhimaram, so many people are done about in Pakistan are fighting. One Sardarji, Subedar from Bhimaram nearest town, one village, is fell down 16 aircrafts that time. Ordinary gun. He got a big award that time. Like this, we don't know what is tomorrow, how we can go for which place we have to. Your life will be fixed up. So, luck for the visiting here, express his views. How many people can join on online? He'll give you online courses also. Yeah, that is also there. He is in Hyderabad only. So he can learn. He also Telugu also knows. So better you have to touch with our Raghupati Rajgara principal. Whatever the good give names. And then you can join. Either you will be training at +2 level before 9th, 10th and 11th, 12th is good for the Flori academics. What is telling 62 courses are there or 52 courses. But CBSE we have more than 120 courses are there. There is no problem at all. Either sports is there, either games are there, either library is there, computer is there. We have so many things are there. And then we have better knowledge of CBSE people. So, thanks from all the way, Snaji and Ankay Garu came here. Your blessings, our children. Thank you all.
Profound insights, your distinguished background, vast service experience, and scholarly pursuit serve as a monumental inspiration to all of us to attend to participation. I hope this leadership or this kind of lessons learned. So,
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे Hold group sवस्थान